program, and he is very busy person. In spite of his very busy schedule, he agreed to come in this program through this online mode. And we are actually now all students of botany departments are present, newly admitted, and also old students are there. So I especially request the student that after the deliberation of sir, you interact with the sir, so that you can learn many things, because sir is a very good teacher. He has more than 25 years of teaching experience, and afterwards you can understand such a great caliber sir has in research and in his work. So all this actually will be enriching to you through this through the direct interaction. So I tell especially the student, please interact with the sir, and sir will be very much interact with the students. And for this purpose, he come without questioning. He actually come in this webinar. And sir, actually, on behalf of this college, on behalf of all faculty, student, I express our heartiest regards, sir, for your very presence. And also now I tell our colleague Anirban Bhor. Now, Dr. Anirban Bhor, please you start the next session, and so that sir actually will talk for us. So thanks all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Maharaj. Now I request Dr. Rovik Kumar Choudhury, faculty member, Department of Botany, RKM VC College, to formally introduce our today's speaker.
Thank you, Dr. Anirban Bhor. It's indeed an honor for me to introduce Dr. Gouranga Kaur, Director, ICAR, Central Research Institute for Jute and Allied Fibers. Just to begin with, the principal area of sir's research is the quantity and quality improvement in jute and allied fiber crops. He has also got significant expertise on land use and cropping system characterization using remote sensing and GIS. Sir has also gained experience in crop growth modeling, water and watershed management, and his research also focuses on climate change research, mitigation and adaptation. Sir has received several awards and recognitions, and it's a long list of accolades that Sir has received. Some of the significant ones are the Nash Recognition Award in 2012, the Fulbright Nehru Senior Research Fellowship in 2011 and 12, IARI Hooker Award, IARI Sukumar Bose Memorial Award, USDA Norman Borlaug International Fellowship Award USA, Dr. KG Tejwani Award of IASWC in 2008, Fellow of the National Academy of Agricultural Science, a Fellow of Indian Association of Soil and Water Conservationists, Fellow of Association of Agrometeorologists, Fellow of Indian Society of Soil Sciences, Fellow of West Bengal Academy of Science and Technology, Fellow of the National Indian Council of Agricultural Research, Associates of National Academy of Agricultural Sciences, Young Scientist Award of Indian Science Congress Association in 2001, Young Scientist Golden Jubilee Commemoration Award of ISSS in 2006, and there are several such accolades. Then Sir has also worked on several important projects. Some of them are the National Innovation for Climate Resilient Agriculture, sponsored by the Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare, Government of India. He has also worked on several other projects like the Integrated Watershed Management Project under the Odisha Watershed Development Mission, and it was sponsored by the Board of Odisha Watershed Development Mission, Bhubaneswar. He also undergone projects on the Farmers Participatory Action Research Program, sponsored by Ministry of Water Resources, Government of India. He has also worked on natural resource mapping and hydrologic study of watershed using remote sensing and GIS, and also other projects like developing low-cost technology for acid soil management. So these are some of the glimpses of a very rich CV that I could read across, and it's indeed an honor for me, my colleagues, and my dear students to be able to listen to Sir in spite of his busy schedule. So welcome, sir. I formally introduce you to our students and thank you for being with us on this occasion. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Good evening and greetings from my side to all of you. Indeed, it is a first interaction, first connection with your great mission. And I must thank for this connection, the Principal Maharaj, Swami Kamala Asthanandaji. And also, I take this opportunity to thank the head of the departments, professors, staffs, and of course my beloved students, ladies and gentlemen. Again, first of all, I express my sincere gratitude and thanks to Principal Maharajji, Kamalasthanandaji for inviting me on the occasion of Induction program and for the newly admitted UG students of botany. And the main point is today the induction, connection, transmission, and acquiring knowledge for the benefit of the society and for its own profession. So I must thank also the professor who has introduced me very nicely, and I hope that our experiences and our interaction in research and development and teaching will be very much helpful if we connect our organization with your organization in a long term, because this is the institutes which works on theory, practicals, needy people, end users, and also connection with the new research and development. So at this juncture, those who are getting inducted today, especially the botany students, I congratulate their parents who had successfully achieved to attend this today's platform. And the teachers, the dedicated teachers, I don't have interaction much, but the way you have started the program and interacted, it seems that you are very serious and very sincere and punctual, and that must be because you belong to an organization which not only imparting education, but also it reaches the morally and spiritually also, it will be strong. And above all, the humanity to love and care and compassion to living creatures. And the institute which is serving to mankind and social benevolent work. So today the students have got the platform, and it is, I think, today's world, the 21st century, the sky is the limit to explore yourself, to expand yourself, to acquire yourself. And I've already told that I am very honored today to link to that such type of organization. And I have read somewhere that this mission at Rahara, it started as a branch of Ramakrishna Mission. It was a boys' home, orphan boys' home, and founded in 1944 as an orphanage of 37 boys rendered orphan by Great Famine of 1942 and 46-43. So this institute was developed after getting a great lesson from a great epidemic. The way we have got the lesson from the COVID epidemics, we have gone through this situation. We have had many epidemics in the past in the world, the typhoid epidemics, plague epidemics, and we have gone through the COVID, and we have seen how difficult it was. But the difficult situation only gave us a good lesson. We have learned, even we have forgotten to clean our hand, to clean our environment, to clean our neighborhoods. So necessity is the mother of invention, and I am honored to link this organization, that the organization which has been developed to serve the mankind, and because of great necessity that time to get the home, as you know that, and it has direct relevance to the botany. That is the fungal disease of the rice, the blight disease, and that damages the crops of the West Bengal in a huge loss. And that's why there was a huge shortage of food, and people died of starve. And on this occasion, to serve the mankind in the spirit of the worship, this organization has been developed. And I am happy, very happy, that now there are a lot of schools and colleges which are imparting 360-degree education, which is doing very less colleges and universities in our country. And our education will be like that. So I hope that all students, they have come here to get the lesson from the great teachers, from great organization, from great principals. And I hope that also you are excited to look ahead in their future ambition and after getting this platform. Now, after your regular school life, especially 12 board, I think all have partially decided your future, and you have taken as a very noble science, plant science, that is botany, as a subject of graduation, which gives us 5 valuable F. What are these? You know that food, feed, fodder, fiber, and fuel. These are the 5 assets. These are the God-gifted assets. You cannot create artificially. Whatever the science is today, or the great discovery today, you cannot discover food or feed or fodder through the machine or fiber, the natural fiber, I mean to say. The whole world is struggling today for getting this self-sufficiency in these 5 F's. And any country, if we get self-sufficiency in these 5 F's, that country will be self-sustainable, self-reliable, and also economically the powerful. And the botanists which are getting inducted today has great role to feed the people, to cater the need of the people, for fulfilling the demand of the feed, fodder, fiber from the Mother Earth. But of course, by doing that, we sometimes destroy our natural resource, we destroy our mother soil, we destroy our environment. But this is the balancing approach. And I suggest all the students and the teachers that we have to maintain the balance between economy and ecology. And that's why sometimes we destroy the ecology or environment when we search for the economy. So we have to maintain the sustainability of the natural resources, and our education system, our knowledge system should be like that. In a balancing way, we have to see the things which is giving its full potential under what scenario. Because every student, or even every our mother soil, or every type of land or every type of situation or environment, you cannot grow every type of plant. And that's why now necessity is the invention is that you have to develop that type of plant or prototypes which can be grown with less soil, less nutrient, less water, less energy. So in this way, it is a challenge for every botanist today that to grow the crop. We grow the rice. We take the food, staple food from the rice. But how many developed countries grow rice? They take the rice from the developing countries because they know the rice is a water consuming crops. And when we export rice, we also send a lot of water with the rice. So our main role will be that precise application of water. And nowadays the technology, I have also told that sky is the limit. Today we are having genome editing tools, and particularly serving you can take that tools and develop some sort of variety. So first challenge, I will say that you take your interest, be disciplined, because whenever we are going to a new areas, and particularly after schooling, when we enter in the college, we get the new atmosphere. So first of all, we have to discipline, we have to settle, and we have to see our goals. We have to punctual and sincere in getting knowledge. Today, you know that, and also side by side, we have to understand at this juncture what is the challenge of the country today. And I hope that our competent teachers of the organization, they will help you to understand the things that what is the requirements of need-based study today. Because as per the education policy now, our education or study should be as per the society's need of the 21st century. It should be demand-driven, it should be need-based, it should be problem-solving, so that you acquire the knowledge and get you profession of your own, and you can stand alone with your knowledge. If you see the big picture, how you can make your challenging idea on your own. And until and unless you get challenged from the circumstances, from the situation, if you see the whole world is now at the crossroad. How it is crossroad? Because in one way, the population is increasing. In other way, our resources are decreasing. You know the India scenario today. And it will motivate. It will motivate to work you because further research and development. We have India 2% land resource, 4% of world resource, 2% of the world land, but 17% of the world population resides in our country. You see the challenge. And we have already almost touched the China. And 2050, we need around 500 million tons of food grains. And in that way, our other products like food, fodder, fiber is also increasing. And from where these will come? This will come from our limited resource. And present food production is only 320 million tons. So you see the things, the challenge for the botanists, particularly research and development aspects of the plant science. In one way, our resources are decreasing. The world water is getting fluctuating, both in quantity and quality. It is polluting. Environment is getting polluted. Our land is getting limited. And in other way, we need more and more and more from the less. So this is a great challenge, and it will give a great challenge for a botanist or any plant scientist or any scientist to take a challenge for their work to can define their role in the society, not only the theoretical study, but shade their goals and ideas in practical approaches to solve the problems in practical. So, our science and technology will give the food security. If you see that in the COVID situation, everywhere there is a standstill. Many countries did not produce the foods. India has helped in many countries to supply the foods. But in India, the plant science, the discovery, and the discovery of hybridization, yielding varieties of food and fruits and vegetables, and that comes from the plant science. That has helped in India in getting the food at proper time during COVID time. And that's why, whatever the may be the situation, at least we have got our staple food, fruits and vegetables during the crisis periods. So this is the contribution of the plant science. And this research we can further upscale, for the development of issues and for the betterment and for the welfare of the society, which can give you the fruits, which can give you the vegetables, which can give you the staple foods. And also this year, that International Year of Millets we are celebrating. And this is the year many G20 conferences are going on climate change. So these are the aspects we have to consider now. The tools and technology which will be environment friendly and climate friendly, and also it will produce with less energy, water and soil, and also it will give least impact in terms of pollution to our environment. So there is a huge potential for the students today to take the challenge and to excel in their research and development, starting from various products, starting from vaccines, starting from medicines, starting from textile, many raw materials, whether it is a pulp, whether it is a biofuel, whether it is anything. Now we are talking about the non-renewable energy. So there are huge dimensions of research in the plant science. And that's why, as per the Swami Vivekananda, I'll say you that conquer yourself and whole university yours. So first of all, you set and goal and try to fulfill it. Arise, Swamiji told that arise, awake and stop, not until the goal is reached. And by this time, you might have chosen your that great subject with the botany. And we should also take the inspiration from our great scientists, like our own Jagdish Chandra Bose, who was a physiologist, botanist, even physicist. You see that how multidisciplinary approaches has helped him to get the novel discovery. And we belong to the same land. And this is the inspiration to all of us to take further research in the plant science. So you know your goal, you know your challenge, you know your researchable issues of the country, you know your potential in the field of plant science in the several aspects, starting from raw materials, processed products, as well as the final products, and in the technology development. So again, I quote the words of wisdom of Swami Vivekananda, that do not lower your goals to the level of your abilities, instead raise your abilities to the height of your goals. So at this juncture, after studying the, their potential and knowledge, so every subject, particularly if you are botanist, there are several subjects, particularly that plant physiology, and where you will get the scope to reduce the input requirements in plant science, whether it is a water movement or energy movement, whether it is a photosynthesis, whether it is energy use efficiency, whether it is a carbon sequestration, whether it is a carbon capture, or you can say that it has great potential in the climate change also. So today the plant science has attained a new dimension. It has not only restricted to food security, but also the that nutritional security and also the environmental security. So now our approach will be for any researchers, not only plant scientists, for any researchers, simultaneously with economic security, we have to see that food, nutrition, and environmental security. And our new approach is now the carbon trading. How much carbon dioxide is capturing? What is the potential of those development of the crops which can capture the carbon dioxide, which will mitigate the carbon change? You all know that how the role of forest is. But how many people are accounting your water footprints and carbon footprints every day? If I say that how many liters of water you are drinking and how many liters of water you are eating today, people will say that it is 4 to 5 liter water you are drinking. But if you know that you are eating water also around 5,000 to 6,000 liter of water every day. How you are eating water? This is a new concept. Suppose you are eating half kg of rice every day, and to produce 1 kg of rice, we need 3,000 liter of water. To produce 1 cup of coffee, we need 120 liter of water. To produce 1 liter of milk, we need 1,000 liter of water. And this is called the water footprint. So this is again the great challenge to all of us, that how the genome editings or biotechnology can be employed to insert the gene into the plants, which can reduce the water footprint of today or crop production. Whatever the water footprints I am telling today for produce 1 kg of rice, 3,000 liter. Who knows that in future you will do a great discovery, and that time with 500 liter only we can produce 1 kg of rice. So these are some of the challenges. Even the carbon dioxide capture, the efficiency, and nowadays people are utilizing the nanotechnology. You see the nanoscience. So in particular, if you see the nano form, in the nano dimension, it will give excitation in the molecular level, whether it is a chlorophyll or chloroplast or something. And because of excitation, the enzymatic activities will be increased. And you know that every process, whether it is a photosynthesis or respiration, it is an enzymatic process. Starting from Rubisco, that if the Rubisco efficiency will increased because of nanoparticles, the carbon dioxide fixation or the photosynthesis efficiency will be increased. So this is also again a great challenge to research on the nanoscience, along with the genome editing in the plant science of today. If we improve the resource efficiency, and also we can improve the plant productivity or crop productivity for the welfare of the mankind. So today you are a great institutes, I'll say again, and most of the things should be very transparent. Start the research, start the study, and most of the times, our mind should be intuitive, mind should be learning, mind should be interactive, mind should be exploratory, always. And again, I am telling that if it is possible, the challenge, all the students, if you know the challenge today before you, and if we know the scientific horizon for you in the near future, particularly in the molecular science, in the molecular, that you have heard the name of molecular inheritance, the discovery, and I must remember the work of Mendel today, because that this work always gives us some inspiration because of his great brain and great work. And when the new aspects he has brought into the world, people did not believe. He was the person who mixed the mathematics with the biology. And that's why your knowledge in the periphery of science is very required. Whether you are a botanist or geologist, you need to have some knowledge in the physics and chemistry and biochemistry. And it will give an extra edge in discovery, in explaining the things, in presenting the things, in analyzing the things, and in doing proper statistical things. Because whatever we do the research, we have to analyze, we have to be very analytical. We have to be, you have to calculate the statistics of it, and it should be statistically significant. So that's why when Mendel published, that factor, he has discovered the factor, not the gene. He did not know. And it was not convinced to the people like Darwin. And that time he was ridiculed. He has worked a lot on on hybridization, 1856 to 1863. Published his work in 1865. But his work was lost because it was not recognized. It was a great work of hybridization. So we should not do like this now, because that time the technology was not proper. There was no technology. Now we have got the technology of IoT, robotics, artificial intelligence, and also nanotechnology, along with the genome editing and the great technology we can do. So that's why whenever you do something, you publish it, be analytical, and be thorough about your results and discussion. I am sure that some of you are dreaming to be a great scientist or good scientist for the welfare of the mankind, will do good research, particularly in the molecular level, molecular biotechnology or molecular science. And also, so that's why I'm telling that, until and unless the Mendel's works were discovered by Carl Courens and Hugo de Vries and Tesmack in 90, around 40 years, his work was lost. And that's why, that if each work would have been lost, and today we are nowhere in the hybridization of the plants, we do it, because whenever the plant science, it is a very important tool, the traditional tools, the hybridization. We take the good traits from some plants and incorporate it in some plants. So that is the basis of the food security of many countries of the world today, and including India. You have heard the name of the Green Revolution. So I salute to the Gregor Johann Mendel, who discovered the law of inheritance. But unfortunately, his work was lost because of that non-popularity of mathematics in the biology, and also a non-convincement by some people of today, that day. So again, I will quote one Swami Vivekananda's sentences that every work has got to pass through hundreds of difficulties before succeeding, but those that perseveres will see the light sooner or later. So this is again the text. He told that take risks in your life. If you win, you can lead. If you lose, you can guide. So this is the motto of science today. And today we are having the high yielding varieties of many crops. And I am sure that some of you will be a scientist and will do a discovery of the varieties, breed, vaccines, medicines, through hybridization, through genetics, through genome editing, through nanotechnology, and some of your example today, the BT cotton. And that's why we are self-sufficient, self-reliable in India in food production today. And this is a great discovery of the plant scientist. If we remember our pre-independence days, just after partition, we are struggling to get the food security in our country, because our food production was very, very less. We're around 50 crores of people, but our food production below only 40 million tons. And that's why, because of what? Because we did not have science in food production. We did not apply the science of hybridization. We did not apply the science of hybrid. And that's why our food production and the productivity from any crops, that is photosynthetic efficiency, that's I'm telling the energy captures and conversion of this light into biomass. That is the most important topic of research today. How to capture the light, because light is the main essential ingredients which can convert this, that light energy when we are converting into the chemical energy in the form of any type of biomass. So biomass production and biomass partitioning into the different products, different economic parts. If it is rice, it should be grain. If it is a jute, it should be the fiber or phloem. It is a tobacco, it should be the leaf. So this is again the great challenge of today. And our scientists are working day and night, and our students are also very much intelligent and smart today to acquire those knowledges and to carry forward for the study for the welfare of the world, and we'll see a beautiful world tomorrow. Because, today, because of great revolution, because, you heard the name of some of you might have read in the history, that PL-40 ship we used to send to, that food from America. And they used to give us rotten food. Our leaders, they used to like a beg to those countries that give food. Our countrymen are not getting sufficient food. Heard the slogan of, Lal Bahadur Shastri, Jai Jawan, Jai Kisan, because that time in 1962, people are exhausted, our country was exhausted because of war with the Pakistan. We were the shortage of fund, shortage of food, and shortage of army. So that's why in Ram Lila Maidan, he gave that slogan, Jai Jawan, Joy, because Jai Kisan, both are the important and not science. And now we have added the Jai Big Gun. So that's why and that time also he gave a slogan that we have to skip a meal in Monday, at least once. So that time, you see the situation, we are taking the bagel bowl to the many countries and we are ridiculed. We are the big countries, big democratic country, but we ridiculed that we could not produce our own food, our own requirement from the plants to cater the need of the people. But today, because of discovery of high-yielding varieties of rice, that gene, wheat, Norentine gene V, and DGOgen, that is the rice gene we have bought from Mexico, wheat gene from Mexico, and rice gene from Philippines. And after that, we're utilizing that gene with our own plants and rice and wheat. We develop the hybrids, the Sonalika and Kallan Sona for wheat and IR8 for the rice. And that has impacted a great revolution in our country in 1965 to 69. So that is the basis of our today's food production. And you know that today we are exporting food rice to many countries. And again, thanks to you, the plant scientist, the crop scientist who has done this miracle. Today we have, that biotechnologically developed that basmati rice we export from the country to the other countries, and that was we exports also many other crops, and that's why we are fetching a lot of foreign exchange. So from that food deficiency or food shortage of once upon a time, it is not far away. It is just during the independence period 1955 1950, 1960, we are struggling to get the food. And just after Green Revolution, we have attained the self-sufficiency, and also now we are self-sufficient, and also now in food access, we are now designated as a food access. And this is a great discovery of the plant scientists. So we are having challenges, but challenges are there. Again, I will tell that by doing the Green Revolution, we have indiscriminately used the inputs, because hybrids needs inputs, fertilizers, pesticides, water. And now we are realizing that the environmental security is also more important, and nutritional security also more important as of the food security, because we have achieved the food security. So this is your great challenge, to get the food, nutrition and environmental security of today. And now, earlier there was a limitation of the technology, and now we'll get depth of technology, and particularly use the IoT. I hope that some of your facilities in your laboratories are there, the artificial intelligence, the genome editing, and also the ecosystem services we have to quantify. So if we involve in the plant research today, I hope that all students are here botanists, and studying that economic value, what is the ecosystem service value, and what is the pharmaceutical and medicinal values of each plants or each crops that we need to quantify, and discover the process, discover the methodologies, the alternative methodology. We know the Krebs cycle, we know the many cycles, many enzymatic cycles, TCS cycles, many methodology we need. But again, there is a chance. We know the C3 plants, C4 plants, CAM plants. Discover new type of plant species, new type of pathways, new gene, new type of sequences, or because technology is there, and which will give a great discovery to this modern world. Because many Nobel laureates were there in the in the subject of plant science, agriculture, and also the zoology, the genome editing tools. The discoverer has got, I think, 2021 has got the Nobel Prize, because this is a Nobel tools of the 21st century to develop good variety as per our need. So we have to explore ourselves. There are every aspects is there. I have already told that methodology, tools, techniques, the process and product. There are several aspects of research and developments, and this is the platform today. You are getting and inducting today in the BSc first year and the first day, and this is the platform today you set that we have to go miles, we have to reach the miles after miles and fulfill our dreams. And for that, whatever the lessons or the study we have to learn, or whatever the study we need to have set from the first day. Be disciplined, punctual, enthusiasm in getting the knowledge, interactive in the science, and also that every discovery also by chance, and every discovery was the risk. So I am taking your mindset now, be a good scientist, be a good human, be a good academician, and also not only for your own profession, your science should send to the society, to reach to the society. So utilize your great environment for the better of today. And I belong to this organization, Central Research Institute for Jute and Allied Fiber. We are having a lot of research atmosphere, the research laboratories. We are also now getting projects on genome editings and other things. We are also working on the molecular biology. So this again, institutes will be a good platform to interact. I will request Principal Maharaj to send your student to these institutes. We are having plant science museum. We are having exhibition hall. There are a lot of things to be learning points by practical. We are having many crops. We grow large number of crops. jute and allied fiber starting from food for fiber crops, vegetable crops, and also integrated farming systems. And in the botanist has also great role to enforce yourselves the integrated farming system for the betterment of the farming community too, which is the 60 to 70% of the community of the country. So at the last, I expect that all the students, those are inducting today, they will be nurtured under the great leadership, under a great organization, and you know that Swami, the Ramakrishna Dev and Swami Vivekananda names are associated with their organization, and that should be lively. And I have already quoted many of their quotes, which always inspired and motivated me also. And I hope that it will motivate to you and all your teachers and your faculty staff to work to further. So this organization is in Barakpur. It is not a far away. I hope that I am feeling very honored to connect with such an organization where Ramakrishna Dev and Swami Vivekananda are associated. I am very much, I feel honored and lucky to. So I'll request again to all the students that, again, in the version of Swamiji, take up one idea, make that one idea in your life, think of it, dream of it, live on that idea. Let the brain, muscles, nerves, every part of your body be full of that idea, and just leave every other idea alone. And this is the way of success. Of course, he again told that success and failure are the part of the life, but both are not permanent. So go ahead. Whatever help you require from our side, or exposure visit or collaboration in the research and development, if you give your exposure visit to the scientific organization, or interact with the scientists, or interact with the real end users who can give you some of the problems and challenges, and also who can motivate you throughout your career. And that is the policy of the new education policy, that your study, your materials, your education should serve, or you yourself will enrich such a beautiful knowledge which can carry to a large way in your life. But most important lesson Swamiji has taught us that at the last, I am reading that who is helping you, don't forget them. Who is loving you, don't hate them. And who is believing you, don't cheat them. So this is the things. That's why your parents have sent you to a beautiful organization with some hope and ambitions that our children, our boys and girls will give height and in their professional career. And I hope that all you have come and choose some sort of career after a long struggle. And now it is the time to settle your mind, and because the subject is a beautiful subject and it will give you a long way. So I must thank again to the principals and head of the department, staffs, and also my beloved students to give an opportunity to interact with you and to expose with our organization, with your organization, and do a permanent link so that it will serve the purpose of the mankind, and also the way your institute has established for the helping the mankind for the cause of society. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your enlightening lecture. Now I request our students, if you have any question, you can interact with sir. So anybody, if you have any query, then you can freely interact with sir.
I think beautiful
ask your question.
That you bring them to our institutes once, So that seeing
Yes,
is,
sir. Yes, sir.
yeah.
Yes, sir, definitely. We have two of our faculty members have already visited in the last workshop we have done, and we have a planning to visit the institute again because
Great.
we are very much enriched with the museum, especially that was great, and we will definitely bring our student to your institute. So, students, যদি তোমাদের কোনো প্রশ্ন থাকে তোমরা বাংলাতেও করতে
বাংলাতেই বলো, বাংলাতেই বলো।
হ্যাঁ, বাংলাতে বলো, সাই থেকো না, সে বড় একটু।
Okay, if you don't have any question, then I request our HOD sir, Professor Bidyut Bhushan Chattopadhyay, to kindly give the vote of thanks. Sir.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Gouranga. You have given us a very enriching, enlightening talk, and I'm very much lucky so that I was present in this beautiful talk. I think all of our students and also faculty got enlightened and enriched and encouraged to study botany, especially after you have given this beautiful talk. You have emphasized quite a number of things, like at the very beginning you have emphasized that 5 F's in which a student of botany can contribute, and then you have emphasized many other aspects like recent technologies like genome editing and biotechnology in the problem solving methods. Also reminded us of the teachings of Swami Vivekananda and great scientists like Sir J.C. Bose. And also you have suggested that we should have cooperation with your institute. Definitely, sir, we will take this opportunity, because not only general botany, but we also have plant breeding, for which you may contribute something which will be helpful for our students. From our Department of Botany and also from our respected principal, Kamalasthanandaji, I extend congratulations to you and very wishful thanks. We are very happy to be with you in this evening. Thank you, sir, again.
Thanks.
স্যার, আমাদের সশ্রদ্ধ নমস্কার রইল। আপনাকে আসতে হবে আমাদের ইনস্টিটিউটে পরে, এখন তো অনলাইন হলো, স্যার আসতে হবে পরে।
I love to visit.
হ্যাঁ স্যার, একটা অপরচুনিটি আপনার সঙ্গে করে একটা ডাকবো, আমাদের ল্যাবটা ভিজিট করবেন এবং ডাইরেক্ট ছেলেদের ফেস টু ফেস ইন্টারাকশন হবে স্যার।
ওরা হয়তো নিজেদের পটেনশিয়াল নিজেরাই জানে না এখন।
হ্যাঁ স্যার, আমরা তো এই বাচ্চারা তো এইরকম ভয় থাকে যে বা কি বলবো, এই আর কি, সবসময় চাই একটু।
But they are having great future.
Yes স্যার, ঠিক স্যার। স্যার আপনার সঙ্গে একটু পরে যোগাযোগ করে আপনাকে ডাকবো, একটা করে ছোট একটা এরকম ইন্টারাকশন সেশন হবে, সেখানে
আসবেন। কারণ আমাদেরও এবছর থেকে বিএসসি, এমএসসি, পিএইচডি আমাদের শুরু হচ্ছে।
বাহ, খুব ভালো। আর আপনাদের আপনি যেটা বললেন লিঙ্কেজ, ওটা তো হবেই স্যার, আপনার ওখানে যাবে আপনার ল্যাব ভিজিট করতে ছেলেরা।